Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. We are here to talk about The Real Housewives of Potomac season 5 episode 16. Before we even get into it, I know you're probably thinking, we just saw this video a few days ago and you had braids last time you did it. What's going on? Well, I have a really weird, funny story. YouTube deleted my video. I was uploading SLC last night, and there's like, when you're uploading videos, you'll see a box and it'll say like upload failed. And so it was so weird. It kept saying that my uploads were failing. And I was like, that's impossible. Like, this is just weird. Long story short, I clicked out of one of the upload boxes and it deleted my Potomac video. When I tell you all, it was at like 2 or 3 in the morning. And when I saw that my video had been deleted, I was in tears. Like, I was in shambles. I was like, you have got to be effing kidding me. Let me let y'all know something. It is not all fun and games when it comes to Miss YouTube. She really tries me on a daily basis, okay? I know I make it look fun and sexy, but I have to tell you, she really be giving me the blues sometimes, and she be testing my patience, my resolve, my strength. Like, I be calling on the Lord sometimes when I'm uploading my videos, y'all. I be like, Jesus, give me the strength to not knock down this equipment and knock down this camera and just flip over this whole table with all my stuff on it, because I'm about to lose it. I just love you guys so much, and I love doing these videos so much that I was like, I can't not have episode 16 up, so I'm just gonna do it again. Now you're probably saying, well, why didn't you just re-upload the same video? Well, funny you should ask. You know, just as fate would have it, this is the only video that was not saved to my iCloud. So when I tried to recover just to re-upload the same video, when I tell you all, I was like, Lord, you can just take me now. I was like, Jesus, you can just take me now. Like, I'm over it. Like, I was livid. I don't expect you guys to comment. Again, it's okay if you don't. I totally get it. But this is just for my peace of mind that episode 16 is up. So I'm going to be talking about the same thing over again. Hopefully you like this one even better than you like the previous one. But yeah, guys, know that I am never late with Potomac. I am up till 4 or 5 in the morning to make sure that I get those videos to you straight when you wake up. So happy Thursday. YouTube, I'm gonna need you to take your foot off of my neck for once, because I'm tired of having these fights with you. Yeah. You guys, I'm gonna make the best of it. There's an old saying that Maya Angelou said, and it's, you may encounter many defeats, but you must never be defeated. And I'm just going to spin this whole situation into a positive, I guess. And I guess the positive is, it's just showing me that I really am dedicated to this and that I really do care about giving you all the best. And I just can't not have this video on here. So we're gonna redo this video again. It's gonna be part 2, and we're gonna make it better than the first one, okay? So I have my drink here. I need this. I need a shot of tequila. I need a shot of vodka. I need everything. So oh my goodness, y'all. This is like first thing in the morning I'm redoing this video. I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. I am probably not going to edit this video. You might just get it as is, because I'm over it, okay? But we're gonna make the best of it. So thank you all for listening to my plight. Thank you all for letting me vent for just of 30 seconds. I appreciate you all. And you guys see the balloons in the background. You all know that I bought those fabulous balloons to celebrate me hitting 2,500 subscribers. Yes. So without further ado, let's just get into it again. So we start off this episode and it is the continuation of the argument that Gizelle and Karen were having regarding them not seeing Jamal. They're going back and forth. So there's a break in the conversation and Karen brings up Robyn and Juan getting married. And you can see that Robyn has been taken like off guard by that whole comment. She's like, well, now why am I in it? Like, y'all were just arguing. Why am I in this? So Gizelle is annoyed because she's like, now, like, Karen, like, shut your mouth because I was, you know, with Juan, but like, girl, just be quiet. Like, don't tip Robyn off. And so Karen brings up how she's like, you know, Juan is going to propose to you because I saw an Instagram video of Gizelle at a jewelry store. And so Gizelle makes up a lie about how she was just around and happened to be in front of the jewelry store. And she just decided to take a video of herself in front of it because she just looked cute that day. And Karen's like, girl, you are full of it. Like, I already know something's up. You were probably with Juan looking at rings, girl. Like, you're just a bad liar. Cut it out. So then we see all the ladies are leaving lunch and they're asking Ashley, what are we going to do now? So she's like, we're going to be taking a toboggan to the market. So they're going down this steep hill in a toboggan. And I was like, oh my goodness, like it looked fun. It looked scary, but it did look fun. So that was cool. So they get to the market and they're walking around buying souvenirs. I'm trying out some of the food and the fruit. And Gizelle pulls Karen aside and she's like, Karen, I'm gonna need you to stop bringing up Juan proposing to Robyn. Like, shut up. Don't tip her off because just in case Juan is ready to propose to her, you don't want to tip her off and ruin the surprise. So Karen's like, oh, so there is a ring coming. Got it. Duly noted. Cool. And so Giselle's like, I didn't say all that. I'm just saying, you know, there might be. And Karen just walks off and is like, okay, girl, like, bye. Like, whatever. I'm not stupid. I know he's about to propose to her, but I'll keep your little secret between us two. So they leave the market and they head back to the hotel. Ashley lets them know to be ready for dinner at like 6:30. And they're like, absolutely not. Like 6:30, like what? Like it's already 4 o'clock now. That's not enough time to get ready for dinner, especially after this long day of sightseeing and having lunch. And we're gonna need like a nap or whatever. So they're all getting ready and we see that Gizelle and Ashley, I guess, are ready first and they are at the bar. And they're having a cute little drink, waiting for the rest of the girls to come on down. And Gizelle informs Ashley that she plans on pranking Wendy. And it's supposed to be some initiation because Wendy is the new girl of the group. Y'all know how I feel about Gizelle. Gizelle really needs to stop with this whole high school mean girl, sorority girl, queen bee mentality at her big age. That's just how I feel about it. I just kind of feel like you're on a fabulous vacation and this is the best that you could come up with, a stupid prank. Like, I don't find that stuff funny. And when she was saying how she got Wendy's room key from the concierge, I was just kind of like, don't give anybody my room key. Like, I don't care if we are on a show. I don't care who it is. Don't give anybody my room key unless I specifically call downstairs and I'm like, okay, you can give so-and-so my room key. But other than that, I'm like, you know, I'm very big on safety and you just can't take any chances. Like, I didn't think that was cool. I just did not like that prank at all. I thought it was stupid. I mean, we'll talk about it later on. But yeah, I just thought that the whole idea was just silly. It was like, girl, at your big age, this is the best that you can do. So now she's like, oh, like, you know, laughing along. She's like, oh, I love it. I love it. And then Gizelle says, Ashley, I have a secret. It's not about you or Michael. It's about Robyn and Juan. And she informs Ashley that Juan is going to be proposing to Robyn soon. And so she's like, oh my gosh, like this is great. That's cool. And so I'm like, Now, you were just on Karen's case about spilling the beans. Why would you go and tell Ashley? Ashley can't hold water to me, and we all know how Ashley gets down. She loves to ruin a surprise. She loves to let the cat out the bag. You guys know how I feel about Ashley. I feel like she lives to ruin a moment, okay? She lives to just, you know, steal somebody else's thunder. Her and Gizelle are very similar in those regards, but I was kind of like, I'm sure that Juan didn't want you to tell anybody about his plan, like to propose. Like, I don't know, I'm kind of just one of those people when it comes to like pregnancies or engagements, like if you are privy to that information, just keep it to yourself. You don't need to tell everybody else what you heard or what you know. Like, let the person who's doing it, let them tell it and show it to the world when they're ready, but don't you go around telling everybody. So I was kind of like, Lord, I hope that Ashley can just keep her mouth shut and not say anything, because you know how that girl gets down. So they all are downstairs and they head on out to dinner. And the restaurant where they had dinner at was just beautiful. You could see like the whole city. It was just so pretty, like just such a beautiful city. And like Portugal is really on my bucket list of places to go when the world opens back up, child, and we are COVID free. Best believe I will definitely be visiting Portugal. Just looked stunning. So they all sit down, they're ordering drinks, ordering food, and Gizelle asks Wendy how she's doing being away from her kids, because you know she has 2 boys and a little baby girl. And so she's like, you know, like, it's nice to be away. My husband's happy that I'm away because he knows that I need a break. I need a recharge because I'm always up taking care of the baby. So they ask her how much sleep does she get? And she's like, you know, I have my sweet spot between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m. They're like, you get that little sleep? And she's like, yes, girl, like, I'm busy. So I was just kind of like, oh my goodness, like 2 hours of sleep every night. Like, I could not imagine it. When I hear certain things like that, I'm like, I don't know. I might just be cool with being the cool aunt, to be honest with you, because I'm like, I just don't know if I'm ready to give up my sleep. You know what I'm saying? But I digress. So then Candiace says that she's really thankful to be a part of this group, and like seeing that all the other women are mothers. It's very just nice to hear about their experiences as mothers, and now it's making her want to be a mother. Now she's reconsidering her stance on motherhood, and she's interested in popping some babies out. So they're all like, oh, like how cute, like, you know, like Mama Candiace. And she says that the fight that she had with Monique has really put things in perspective, and she says if she can get through that, she can get through anything. And so she starts tearing up at the table, and Wendy's like, I already got the tissue for you, child. I already know the waterworks are about to come. And she's, you know, dabbing her eyes. And we think that we're going to have a really sweet moment. But of course we can't, because we all know that Ashley Darby thrives on chaos and confusion and strife. So Ashley is like, you know, that's all well and good that you're now considering being a mom, but I have not forgotten how you were saying last season that I wasn't sad about having a miscarriage, and you were saying that Michael was faking tears, and you don't know what that did to Michael, because Michael, it's really hard for him to be vulnerable and open up, and you know, you really emotionally violated my family. Let's pause for a minute, because Ashley, what we're not going to do is play revisionist history. We're not going to do it. I find Ashley to be the most vile cast member on that show. Ashley's mouth is absolutely reckless. Like, I'm just really confused at how Ashley likes to play dumb, like she hasn't been a complete terror on this show since season 1, episode 1. Let's not forget, this is the same woman, season 3, who said that Monique was an alcoholic and then went to insinuate that that was the reason why Monique had a miscarriage. And don't forget how she went in on Katie on their cast trip last season. You know that Katie was dealing with a custody battle that she unfortunately lost. Her ex-husband took the 3 kids. Not only that, she was not receiving any money from him. She was like barely surviving. And then she had a miscarriage off camera while the season was going on. She didn't want to share it on camera. But all the cast members, including Ashley, knew that Katie was dealing with all that. And Ashley didn't spare her feelings. She didn't say, oh, you know, Katie's dealing with a miscarriage. Katie's dealing with no money. Katie's dealing with losing custody of her 3 kids. She didn't care. She annihilated Katie and had no remorse for it. I'm just so tired of this sudden amnesia that goes on when it comes to Ashley's antics. I really am. I said it in the last video that got deleted. Like, it's so weird how she's able to skate by season after season after season being just an awful person. I just do not understand it. It drives me nuts. I'm so tired of them acting like Candiace has the most reckless mouth on that cast. That's not true. Ashley goes in on people. I mean, she goes for the jugular. She hits below the belt every single time. Do we not forget how she was going in on Karen for quite a few seasons about Karen's money problems? Ashley dishes it out, but she cannot take it. That girl is diabolical. And I was so happy when Robyn called her out, when Robyn said at the table, Ashley, let's not forget how you attacked my family for years. And Bravo, being the petty network that they are, they played those tapes back, and we just saw Ashley just going in on everybody on that cast except for Gizelle, because she knows better. Do not forget that Ashley is the one who brought up Robyn's financial issues. She was going around saying that Robyn and Juan only had $25 in their bank account, not knowing the whole backstory and why that happened. Like, that's just so evil to me. Like, and didn't even apologize after she found out that their best friend swindled them and that's why they were broke. Like, I'm just so irritated. I really am. And then, like, having to talk about this again is just irritating. I really hope at this reunion that they really hold Ashley's feet to the fire. I really hope that somebody on that cast lets it be known that Ashley has been a complete and utter terror on this show for the past 5 seasons. I'm so tired of this girl walking around unscathed and all of the blame is placed on Candiace. It's just not cool. It's not. And I see right through the BS. I've already said what I think it is. I believe that it is colorism, and I'm just tired of it. If you want to see that video that I did on Ashley Darby's reckless mouth and the double standards on RHOP, you can check that out in my library. That is there. I did it like 3 weeks ago, but great video. I definitely recommend if you want to talk about it some more. But yes. So Candiace really held her own in this whole conversation. She was like, Ashley, I don't want to argue with you. I thought that we were cool. We had a come to Jesus moment just a few months ago. I thought everything was good between us. I thought we were moving past all this. She apologized again and was like, Ashley, I'm sorry, you know, for saying that. I'm sorry if that offended you. Please forgive me. I hope we can move forward, but I'm not trying to move backwards. I'm trying to move forward. And Candiace is better than me because I wouldn't have apologized. I mean, honestly, I would have let Ashley know, girl, I'm not apologizing for a damn thing, especially not after how you've treated me and everybody else on this cast. Absolutely not. Ashley would not have been getting an apology out of me. She would have gotten my behind to kiss, and that's just on God, okay? That's on period. She would not have received an apology from me. No, ma'am. So Karen chimes in and she's like, Ashley, I understand where you're coming from. She starts bringing up the issues that she had with Ray, and she's like, Ray finally thanks me for 2 years of me soldiering up, and she gets teary-eyed, and then everybody around the table is like, oh, wow, Karen, like, you know, that's beautiful for having a vulnerable moment with us because you don't really share anything about your business. And conversation is over, the dinner's over, and they head on back to the hotel. Now, here's where it just got stupid for me. They head on back to the hotel and they're hanging out at the bar. And Gizelle is trying to create a diversion to pull the prank with the spider in Wendy's room. So she's like, you know, I'm having like a wardrobe malfunction. I need some of the girls to come and help me. So, you know, I'll see you guys later. So Karen automatically knows that something's about to go down. So she's like, what are they gonna do? Like, they have some prank up their sleeves. Like, I don't buy it for a minute. So Gizelle, Ashley, and Robyn head on upstairs to Wendy's room, and they place the spider in Wendy's bed, and then they hide out in the closet. So they're texting Candiace because Candiace is in on the prank as well. So they're like, okay, Candiace, like, come up with some excuse to go back up to Wendy's room and we're going to pull the prank. So Karen, Wendy, and Candiace head on back to Wendy's room. Wendy still has no clue about this prank and she has no idea that Gizelle, Robyn, and Ashley are hiding out in her closet. So Candiace like, oh girl, what are you about to do? And she's like, oh, I'm about to pump this milk and, you know, go to bed. So they're like, okay, you know, cool, whatever. And just as fate would have it, something drops in the closet. So Wendy's like, wait, what? Like, is somebody in my closet right now? So she hears like giggling and laughing. So she goes, opens up the closet and they're like, oh, like boo. And so she's like, oh, like, ah, like, you know, a little fake scream. And she's like, really? So then finally they head on out of Wendy's room and Gizelle, we hear her whispering and she's like, can we watch this on the producer's camera? So they all go up to watch Wendy get ready for bed. And you see Wendy and she pulls back the covers and it's the spider and she is screaming. They're all cracking up because they're watching her from the producer's monitor and they are just having a key. Me, I don't find pranks like that funny. I don't find pranks funny, like, period. Be careful with that because some people will really try to get you back if you prank them. Like, be careful about pulling pranks on folks. I don't mess with it. I leave people alone, okay? Some people don't find that kind of stuff funny. I certainly would not find that funny. Again, it's kind of like, that's the best that you could do on a beautiful 5-star tropical vacation. That's really the best you could come up with. And I said it before, I always find the Potomac cast trips to be so stale. This cast isn't even the oldest cast that we've seen. The girls on New York and OC are pushing 60 and 70 and they still party. And why is it always dinner and then go back to the hotel? Like, you can't go to a bar or a lounge or a club. Like, I just don't understand it. I mean, we see Ramona Singer, she's almost 70 years old, and every time they are away on a cast trip, she is always going out and yelling out turtle time. So I don't understand why the Potomac girls can't get it together for a few more hours and go out and have some fun. I'm just so tired of them with these stale dinners and then going back to the hotel and giving us nothing. And this trip isn't giving me what it's supposed to give, in the words of Rolling Ray. So it's the next day, and we see Robyn and Gizelle. They are chilling out by the pool. Robyn gets to telling Gizelle about the photo shoot pictures for her hat line. And she's like, here, I want to show you the pictures. Everybody looked amazing except for Karen. And she's like, Karen was not giving youth or vibrancy in these pictures, and I'm afraid I might have to cut her out. So then Gizelle starts going in and starts digging at Karen, and she's just kind of like, well, you know, it's Karen, what do you expect? And then somehow the conversation turns into Karen and Ray's sex life and how they're probably not having any sex. And it's kind of like, Gizelle, what are you doing with Jamal? Like, what are you doing? And like I said before, if you're getting your needs met on a regular basis, you don't have the time to worry about what somebody else is doing in their bedroom. I'm so tired of Gizelle with these age jabs because it's like, Gizelle, you're only a few years younger than Karen. Karen is 57, you are 50, like, knock it off. You girls are both in your 50s. Like, I just don't understand why you try to act like she just has so many years, you know, ahead of you, and she doesn't. Like, she has 7 years, like, on you. Like, just to stop. Like, it's just so aggravating to me because I feel like a lot of this stuff from Gizelle comes out of insecurity. Like, if you really think that you are as bad as you say you are, you wouldn't be taking jabs at women all day long. You just wouldn't. And it just leads me to believe that you're not as secure as you say you are, because when you a bad bitch, you compliment other women. You know what I'm saying? You can compliment another woman. You can, you know, just be friendly. Like, she just doesn't strike me as a girl's girl. It's always like some secret competition. She's always trying to haze somebody. She's always trying to make somebody kiss the ring. And that's just not a sign of a woman who likes other women. And that's just my opinion. But I digress. Yeah, I just was not here for the age jokes about Karen. You don't like it when the other girls make jokes about your age. You know what I'm saying? Like, just stop, please. So then we see Candiace and Karen, and they're talking about the dinner last night, and Karen tells Candiace how she was proud of her because Candiace really held her own. And then she says, I was attacked by this group for 3 years, so I understand how you feel, but, you know, keep up the good work and don't let these women take you out of character and just like try to watch your mouth. And I'm like, Karen, you need to be telling Ashley to watch her mouth because her mouth is the most reckless out of everybody on that cast. But again, I digress. So the last scene of the night is Robyn, Gizelle, and then Ashley joining them at the pool. And Ashley lets them know that Monique asked her to write a statement. So Robyn is like, now how dare you write a statement on anything, girl, because you weren't even there. You were in the bathroom when the whole fight started. So what can you be saying about anything? So Ashley's like, no, like it's not a witness statement. It is a character statement because I'm bringing up the whole butter knife incident. So they're just kind of like, a butter knife? Like, you know that butter knife was not going to hurt you. And I said the same thing. I was just like, wow, you know, it's a crazy day when I'm on Robyn and Gizelle's side. When I'm like, both of them are making sense, something's wrong. So Gizelle's like, you clearly don't want to be friends with Candiace anymore because you know Candiace is going to flip when she finds this out. And it dawned on me that the true reason why Ashley tried to pick that fight with Candiace at dinner, bringing up all the old stuff, is so that she could have an excuse and a reason of why she is going against Candiace and writing this statement in favor of Monique. Ashley, you're not slick. Ashley's problem is that she thinks that she's smarter than everybody on this cast, and she also thinks that she's smarter than the audience. Us viewers, we see right through it. Like, we see right through your BS and your shenanigans, and it's just very sad. I think Ashley is just so pathetic. I really do. And I'm always curious to know what Ashley fans see, because I've been getting a lot of Ashley fans in my comments as of late, and I just want to know from you all, like, do you all not see like what we're seeing? Like, why are you all able to reason with Ashley's nonsense? Like, I just wanted, this is not shade. I'm just trying to get to the bottom of this because I'm just very confused as to how Ashley has any fans or stands. It's just so crazy to me. Like, do y'all not see that that girl is evil and diabolical like we all do? Like, I just want to know. To be honest, I guess the only entertaining part of this episode was the scene at them at dinner, because the rest of this episode was pretty stale and boring to me. Like, it was very much a filler episode. But child, this is the second recap for this episode. Let me know what you think. Well, I mean, I already know what you guys think because a lot of you guys already commented and watched the first video, but I digress. But in case this is your first time seeing the recap for this episode, let me know what you think in the comments, and I will see you all later in a few days for episode 17. So, as always, guys, like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you all for bearing with me. Y'all are the best, and I will see you all later. Bye.